How to sell everything on VINTED fast. Hello, I have sold over 100 things on VINTED and have a lot of experience in selling. I assure you that after implementing the things I'm going to talk about here, your sales will double or even more. I have discovered many ways to sell your items extremely fast and make as much money as possible. So if needed, write some notes because this video will be loaded with many important information. First tip, price your items exactly as you would like to sell them. People say that you should price your items a few dollars up because customers will offer you lower prices, of course. But pricing it exactly as I want it to be sold for works for me just fine. Second tip, I'm sure you heard this a million times, but it just is that important, and that is photos are the most important part of the whole listing. If you don't want to spend much time on each listing, at least focus on making the best photo you can. I recommend you to use the VINTED camera because it just looks better in my opinion. Make sure the lighting is good and that everything looks clean, because you have to realize that you're actually selling the vibe. Try to imagine two photos of the same jeans. On one photo, the jeans are on a white beautiful floor and the lighting makes the photo ultra clear and everything looks clean and beautiful. And on the second photo, the jeans are on an ugly, old, filthy carpet. They are creased and the lighting is also very bad, and the photo is not clear. And now, which of these two photos would convince you to buy the jeans? Of course, it would be the first one, where everything looks clean and clear. Go and arrange the thing you're selling as best as you can. Try to play with different angles and try different backgrounds, because everything looks better on different background. Having the same background for all things have some benefits, but I wouldn't pay that much attention to it. If you have a bad photo, but will make all the other things good, it won't be enough. And another useful tip, make at least 5 photos of the item you're selling. The more photos customers can see, the better. I want to thank you for the 1 subscriber that I have. I really appreciate all traffic on my video and every like. This tip helped me to get my items like triple the amount of views than it used to get. It's using the full potential of the title. When somebody searches for something on VINTED, the things that are gonna pop up depends on what the people type in the titles. So use all the space in the title and try to think about what could people potentially write in the search bar when looking for something that you have. I will show you what I, for example, write in the title when selling Lego. How to actually treat mean customers. Well, simply the best thing you can do, and what I do, is to never give them the reason to be mean to you and never be mean in the first place. Being mean won't make you more money. It will only waste your time and energy. I always try to be nice and understanding. But of course, there are a lot of toxic people who just are really mean without even a big reason to be mean. So what I do is to report them. It's the most effective way to deal with them. Once I reported a guy who was texting me really bad words, and I even told him that I reported him, and I don't know if the support contacted him and told him to apologize, but he apologized for his rudeness. Re-uploading your listings. Re-uploading your listings is a very important part of selling things fast because sometimes my listings just don't catch the good wave for views. I would recommend re-uploading listings every week. If someone doesn't understand how this one works, I will explain it to you. Simply, when you upload your item shows on the top of all the other listings. But the more other items are added, the more deep your item will be and will get less views. I know that relisting all your items can be quite hard. So maybe try to lower the price each time or try to make better photos, because there has to be some reason your item hasn't got sold in a week. You can relist your items daily if you want, but this is not necessary in my opinion. There are some AI tools that can do relisting for you, but let's not mess with VINTED because VINTED doesn't support these things and your account can get banned. Small size order. When setting the size of the order, set the size to the smallest because the shipping will cost less money and people will more likely buy it. I do this all the time and I never had a problem with the shipping companies and everything worked just fine. Hashtags. Well, some people don't even use hashtags, but I have seen a big change when I started using them myself. So I will naturally mention them here. I try to use as many hashtags as I can. Try to use as many related words as possible, but don't put in there any words that are really out of the topic of what you're selling. Because if in your listing will be some weird hashtags not related to your listing, VINTED will delete your listing, and I don't know if you can get banned for doing this often, but let's not try our luck. Actually, my listings were deleted a lot and I never got banned, so don't be scared of trying to use all types of hashtags. Really effective thing to do is to write the hashtags in your notes and then only copy them when listing. That can really help you when you are selling one type of item or the same item again and again. Bumping your products. We can forget to mention this here. I used to bump my products, but when I started to use the things I tell you in this video, I suddenly didn't need to use the bumping anymore. If you don't want to bump your product, I think the best thing you can do is to simply release your item daily. Bumping your product may still be useful if you don't have much time and you're okay with giving some money away. Building a huge number of followers. For obvious reasons, having a big number of followers can help a lot. People usually follow someone when the things he sells are fire. So the only way to get those followers is to sell as much as possible and to sell the best stuff you can. People also follow someone when they were satisfied with the service they were provided with, and the seller was nice. I don't have much followers myself. What absolutely not to do? First, absolutely don't text people if they are interested in buying the item, because if they were, they would probably already bought it. This will only result in people disliking your item. Some people suggest that it is better to text them this: "Hello, I am shipping other packages today, so if you bought this item, I would be able to send it today," or something like this. You can try it. When I tried it, the people were actually responding to me more than they were when I was texting them if they were interested in buying it. Another thing to avoid in reselling on VINTED is stressing. Reselling may be working fast for some lucky individuals, but a lot of people, including me, have to first get some experience before they can make big money, and that takes time. Big thing to avoid is scamming people. People are scamming others on VINTED so much these days and they think it's okay, but let's be honest here. There will come a moment when someone will report you or give you a bad review and people will stop buying from you or you'll get banned. When an item has some defects, always inform customers in the description. Yes, you can try to fool someone and they will buy your item, but when they will check the product at home and see that you scammed them, they will write you a negative review and this will only decrease your sales. Even selling fake AirPods can get you into some real trouble, so please, I know that it is not easy to get the things to resell, and finding a way to get fake AirPods is so easy. But selling replicas is not the way. If you want, you can watch a video I created about how selling replicas can get you into trouble. And nobody buys AirPods on VINTED these days, so you probably wouldn't even make good money. And now, let's talk about the more secret tips on how to increase your sales. First, turn on holiday mode, wait few days, and then turn it back. VINTED should push your items more and show it to more people. I think this actually works because I have read on the internet that the people like it, and when I tried it, it worked, but I know it is hard to tell how big impact it actually has in reality. Second tip, try to uninstall and install the VINTED app. I saw a TikTok video where someone texted VINTED support with some issues and they recommended him reinstalling the app. I did this only once and I dare to say that it works because moments after installing the app again, I sold 2 of my items to 2 different customers. Again, with this one, it's hard to tell if it actually works. Now that you heard all the tips on how to increase your sales on VINTED, let's talk about how to manage big amount of sales. First, I would recommend to have a place where you put all the things you sell on VINTED, so it is easier for you to find them when they get sold. It can be a box, rack, or a shelf. I recommend to pack everything the moment it gets sold, because if you wait till more orders accumulate, you can then make some mistakes and send your customers something they didn't order. I personally am glad to say that this never happened to me and I was very careful with my packages. Don't be afraid to turn off some of the shipping companies. So that was all I know. I hope that you will make as much money as you want and wish you all the luck in this world. Remember, reselling may not work for you the first day you start and you will most likely experience some fails in the process. But don't forget that everyone has to go through some fails to get on the top. I myself didn't have a fast way of getting to making many sales on VINTED. Also, English is not my first language, so please don't hate on my grammar. And see you in the next video.